Good morning, my babies. This is Grandma Judy, Aka Judy. I'm listening to Minister Farrakhan's tape this morning and his predictions for 2013. You can find this out on YouTube. And everything he is saying is the truth about what's happening to the world, what's happened to individual groups of people, and things that'll let you know it's the signs of the end of time when you'll see the total disrespect falling down. But he said you'll be able to tell God's people because God's people will be the peacemakers. They will be the ones just like a God. I mean, look how they treated Jesus. And what did he say? Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they're doing. And one thing, when you treat people bad, that reflects on you. When my daughter and I went to Singapore, that was she was about 15 years old on a vacation. Um, I did a lot of reading on Singapore, and in case some people don't know, go look it in the search it on the YouTube. It's that place where they cane boys. Cane mean they split that behind open. They don't have no problem with drive-by shootings because they will hang you. You don't sit pumping iron. You don't sit on death row for 25 years. In Singapore, it's swift justice. You do something, you go before these men, and then all of a sudden, you are swinging by your neck at the gallows on Friday at 5:30 in the morning. And they don't have a crime problem. You can be executed there if you how should I put it, for just a little bit of drugs being found on you. So if I give you any kind of advice, there's a lot of countries that having drugs on you or murder will get you the death penalty, and the death is by hanging. I want to tell you something else too that we read. I read it when I was reading about Singapore and the proper way to act. My mother had raised me anyway, so I wasn't too worried, but I wanted to make sure my daughter and I didn't make any mistakes. Because some things that we do here, it's total disrespect in other countries. One thing in Singapore, if you scream and holler and shout and use profanity and everything, they look upon you as a crazy person. They look upon you as losing face. And you can look it up. Losing face means people just completely ignore you. They pity you. They feel sorry for you. And the person that they look up to is that quiet person, that person who says what they have to say, don't back down at all, tell it like it is, don't have to tell it with a whole bunch of name calling, because they said if you have to do that, then you're losing face. And I discussed this with my daughter. I says, now, I know you and I have been educated, but if you get in an argument with anybody, which you don't on a trip or vacation. I says, but keep your voice down low. And if someone does something wrong to you, try to speak to them in a respectful, civilized way. Name calling is just a no-no there. Once you start calling names, click, you're history. And in fact, you can even be brought into the court and fined and maybe whipped for being disrespectful there. So what I want to tell you is most of my subbies, I love you. You guys are just wonderful. You know that I promised that I was going to keep all my comments open. And you had warned me, and I saw how people had been treating you because remember, I watched for a year before I ever started making videos. And then it got to the point that I wasn't going to subject you to these nasty words, which I wish they could kind of come up with some new nasty words because those old words are so funny. You know, OB, OC, this. I mean, come on, go to the thesaurus. In case you don't know what a thesaurus is, you can put your old words in and come up with a intelligent word to disrespect the person if you want to. And then it will also increase your vocabulary also. But when you come at people like with the profanity, click. And I want to thank all of you all who really helped me learn how to shut down learn how to disable comments, learn how to flag comments. I do not flag videos. When you come up on the one site that I'm leaving open that you can make comments, first disrespectful word, flag, block, spam, bam, you out of here. So go, as the Sexy Tina once said, just go on and make up all the names you want and come back at me, and you're going to the flag spam graveyard. You just wasting your own time. And I laugh. I don't really read your articles, but living in this world 70 years, those words are so boring. So boring. But out of this, I'm going to tell you, I have met some really intelligent brothers. Brothers who say, sister, I got your back. We've been watching this man for a long time, this monster they call him. But I try to tell them, look, I don't send people after nobody. God will take care of that person. You know, he's his own worst enemy. When he's pointing one finger at somebody else, 3 fingers are pointing back at himself. I'm never going to make any video on here that if the agents or the government wants to look at it, all they can say is, wow, this is a very respectful lady. This is a very observant lady. And if she sees something wrong, she knows how to respectfully tell the person, Sonny, that's wrong what you're doing. That's wrong. And if they want to lose face because I'm saying this, well, that's on them. That's not on me. And a bunch of people come into my web, and they have helped me because I didn't know anything about this monetize where you get money, and it depends on how many views you get. So I've had stuff that's been set in my queue. Maybe we'll get about 20 views or something like that. Well, baby, it's off the hook now. So the checks are going to start rolling in. And again, I have to thank this guy. I really do have to thank him. He has helped me so much. And as far as, I got a very good sense of humor. You know, when I made that video and I told you I look like Don King, looks are on the outside. It's what a beautiful person you are on the inside. That's what counts. And my looks have stood 7 decades on this earth. And had the husbands. And I stopped traffic as a young person, as a young woman. And I had morals. And no baby mama drama and none of that stuff. Because that's the way I was raised. I was raised. I never had to see my mother stealing anything in the store and be ashamed of her doing this. Although I can understand some people go and steal because maybe that's the only way they can feed their families. Maybe they're ashamed to go to the food kitchen or ask for help. And this guy who's splashing me, if you catch one of his videos, he was talking about how when he was a young boy, his mother was stealing and trying to teach him how to steal, and it made him feel real bad. So a lot of people, when they start having a hatred for a certain group of people based by what they wear on their head, or based by their skin color, or based on what they look like, that person has had some traumatic, horrible things in their life. And he's got that beautiful little daughter, and I'm going to tell you the truth. All of us who've had daughters, we know they start smelling themselves when they get around 11 years old. So I'm going to just have really fun watching how, when she starts rebelling. When she starts rebelling. And another thing, too, if you're going to get on the tube and talk about other people's children, I mean, no matter what bad things a lady have done, she's still somebody's daughter. She's still someone's wife. And you wouldn't want to say anything about your daughter or your wife or your family or your mother. But as I say, I understand because this gets views. And again, I thank you because you've sent that traffic to me. And I admit it. Man, I have to thank you. I would have never got these many views and people watching me. I want to thank you. And Keep on calling me nasty names, because the more nasty names you become, the more money I'm counting in my hand to help my homeless shelter and help my schools. So just want to let you all know, people going, are you okay, Grandma? Grandma's a Scorpio. Honey, I am okay. I don't get angry. I get even. I let go and I let God. And no one can ride my back unless I bend over. So just remember, all of us gonna die one day. And I'm very comfortable with death. That's what I told you. Remember earlier I told you, I said, Grandma, I don't know how long she gonna be here with you. But while I'm here, I'm going to try to share my wisdom. I'm going to teach you how a respectful woman acts. And I know then you all will try to imitate me. And when you get into conflicts with someone, instead of calling them a bunch of nasty old names, you learn to use your brains and says, now how am I going to handle this where I look good? So that's Grandma's lesson for you today. Keep on reading until today, because I read it every day. And some days when God puts it on my mind, I'll come and read it to you. Please check in the Minister Louis Farrakhan. Check my playlist, because I've ran into so many beautiful brothers, respectful black brothers who love us. They don't care if we big, small, tall, short, wig, no wig. They love us. And we all agree that this guy, this is the only way he can make his money. So get your paper, baby. Bash all you want. But can't nobody pay me $1 billion to trash my beautiful black men. You know Grandma loves every one of you. Even the ones who are deaf, dumb, and blind. One day you going to see the light, darling. Okay.